Hey guys, welcome back to Blackacre Ranch. I'm Charla, and we had a stormy night, and it's time to come see how the buffalo are doing, and the pastures, and the power. I don't know. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, everything's good, but we've had some reports from friends in the area of down trees and out power, so kind of nervous because the water runs off the power for the main herd, for the herd. So we better come see what's going on, make sure we're okay. So hang out with us and let's see how bad was that Texas storm. So when I first pulled up to the property, we noticed that we've got a couple of little girls where they don't belong. Little 201 and 202 are in Pen B. And that's not where they should be. So we've definitely had going through a fence line somewhere. We're gonna have to investigate that. They seem pretty happy about it though. Silly girls. We're gonna have to figure out where you came from. There's one shared line right over here. And it looks like the gates are shut. Obviously if a gate got open, then that would be an easy way over. And the T-posts and barbed wire here are all looking good. So I am really curious actually how they got over there. We'll have to see if they loosened something up. That's the first news, is the girls are out of their official pen. The second news is let's go see how much rain we got out of this storm. Sometimes we get just like a 1/4 inch. We've had as much as like 1.5 inches at a time. So, I mean, I saw some water and puddles. So we definitely got some rain. This is one of the things we do every time we get here after rain, is the kids and I make guesses on how much rain we got. And so I've had Clark guess 3/4 inch, I guessed 1 inch, Lorna said 1.25 inches, and Mari said 1.5 inches. So we will see who wins. There's really no prize, but who wins the guess today? How much rain did the ranch get? And honestly, I don't know how accurate our rain gauge is, but it's a rain gauge. At least we know we got something, a decent measurement instead of just a sprinkling. So it looks like just over 3/4 inch. So I'd say Clark's the winner. And then we take it down and dump out the water. So the next storm, we're all ready to collect our rain totals. Now the main herd is all up, so I'm assuming we don't have a fence line down for them. That was honestly one of my big concerns. We will double check their fence line, but really the next biggest thing we need to go find out is about the power for the well, so that way we know how their water troughs are doing. So let's go to the well house. Here's our little switch. I got nothing. It's not a good sign. My other switch over here, nothing. And there's the pump. Not doing anything. Now it is connected to this 3,000 gallon tank, which stays full when that's on. So I bet this is still really full. It is, it goes all the way full. So even though the power isn't running, we do have a lot of water on hand in the storage tank, and with all the valves open along this path for the well, the water should keep flowing down the line. So I'm hoping their trough is okay. We should probably go check that out, check the fence line for the girls, probably grab some fence fixing stuff. I'm not sure what they did to get in there. It's kind of crazy. Jeff's at work getting stuff done there. I've checked with him, and if the power's off, which it seems to be off, we might be moving the big herd into pasture 6. All right, when we first started this ranch and there was no well on the property, we decided that we were going to utilize this huge pavilion over here to collect rainwater, and so we did. We got 2 5,000 gallon tanks, and they sit here and they're all piped to collect off the gutters. And like these things are, it's like so full you can't even like hit it at all. I'm sure it's probably even overflowing full. You can see our little overflow spout. So no matter if we have power or not, we always have water on the property. And the best thing about this water is that for pasture 7 here and 6 there, we have it all trenched to go to those 2 water troughs. So it's just a gravity fed system, so we never have to worry about the well pump being off. Now, these are the 2 pastures we planted, and I mean, there's some grass, but there's a lot of other stuff. We're still waiting to see the alfalfa really show itself and get tall and establish its root system so we can put the animals back on to graze. So, I mean, we definitely have a lot of green going on. I would say 6 has a lot of weeds over there. But 7 has a decent grass level, but it's still pretty short. This is not the level we want to put them back on. But if we're worried about water and the power coming back on, then we can always move the main herd back over to 6. It's going to be a little tricky, but I think with my helpers, we'll be able to get this stuff done today, moving those 2 animals back over to A, figuring out what happened with the fence, and then getting the main herd into 6. And by doing that, we're gonna have to kind of pen up our 3 frat boys, our 2-year-old boys. And I think it'll all work out well. The adults really like being fed. We've been feeding them alfalfa hay every couple days, so this is an alfalfa day. I think they'll follow me pretty easy if we do that. But let's go do a little bit more investigating and grab some fencing tools so we know kind of what we're dealing with over there. All right, so storms usually knock down some branches. This is actually one that's been down for a little while. We're here in A, trying to figure out where our 2 girls made it through. I mean, fur on the fence line is always a good sign of, hey, this is where I went through. Lorna thinks she knows. The gate's not latched? Aha! I was like, the fence looks really good. It didn't look like... All right, so we'll go around. I think we'll just reutilize maybe that gate to let the girls back over. Their water looks good today. I'm not worried about them. They won't drink enough to get this gone by the time the power gets back on. Can you hear the main herd? They're want some attention over there. All right, so this is C, where the adults main herd are, and that's their trough right back there, which is why we have them in C, because honestly we'd planted C and we didn't really want anybody in C. And they're trying to tell us they're hungry.
We're thirsty.
Well, they've got, the water's still pretty full. So right now I'm not concerned about their water, but I do want those 2 girls to come back through here. So we're gonna open this up, even just latch it open so we kind of just give them a little bit of pressure. Even if we just walk on this inside fence line here, that might be enough. Lorna, you want to follow me? All right, get over here. Yep, that's why I'm like, if we just walk this way, they'll probably go in. So we're gonna try and keep them a little off the fence line, but also wanting to go up. So us walking this way should make them go the opposite way. Yeah, our water, again, we still have, they've just got almost an inch of rain. So that helps our water troughs too. And you can see there's definitely some grass coming up in here. Here we go. See, us just walking opposite gives them just enough to go in. Now I know they want to kind of hang out with the herd, so it's also nice to kind of give them a little pressure to go all the way in. We don't need anybody at the fence line poking noses very much. Honestly, they have this one gate spot where they share, but that's about it. Hey girls, welcome back home to A. I know you missed it. They're like, no, we didn't. We like B. B is good. All right, so one job done for the day. I think I'm gonna check in with Jeff and see what he wants me to do, if we should move the main herd or not. We're gonna feed them either way. We just need to know if that's now or if we have to move them and feed them. If I move them to 6, I bet that they'll be so happy with more grass, they won't even eat the alfalfa. Hi, Patricia. And there's Bartok. Ahmed's coming up behind him. You kind of can't see him right now though. This is usually where we feed our alfalfa, so they kind of know that they should be here. Okay, so we've made the decision to leave them where they are. Since they do have such great water, it's not going down. We will definitely check on them again. But that means we need to feed them. And so they get alfalfa bales. Lay it down, guys. This was some of the alfalfa the buffalo had eaten the time we let them out in our big compound area. So it's kind of a little bit beat up. So we're gonna separate it, looks like. So we bring alfalfa about every other day just to make sure they're getting enough nutrients, they're getting energy and protein out of this, which is great for them, especially nursing moms who need a little extra energy and protein at this time of year. So we want our moms to do well so our calves can do well. So we are down to just a few bales left. So after that, we'll probably go on to some loose feed for them as well. But for now, we're gonna finish out the alfalfa. They really love it. So we've got things loaded up. We're gonna go feed the adults and you guys get to come along for the ride.
Dropped one.
Yep.
Yeah. I know, might have your knife.
Yep. Well, that's one stop. Keep the strings, please.
You're fine now. I'm gonna go down.
Good.
You really want it. Want it.
No, Rachel. There's some right here on the ground.
Second.
Good. Right there.
Check the strings.
Good.
One more.
Alright, we've got everyone taken care of. They're all enjoying it. Even the cute little calves are munching up the alfalfa. They're so cute. Aw, hi Debbie. It's been a while since I've talked to you. Anyways, so before we're done with these adults today, we're just going to drive around the exterior fencing and make sure that there's no limbs, making it to where they can get out. So we're just going to double check our fence and we'll be done with them today. Okay, so this is the fence line by the neighbor that we just put in. And generally, I would say there's not too many trees that would fall on it, but look, there's a branch. It's a pretty young tree. Evidently it's not fallen yet, which is great. But I kind of wanted to just make sure. Up here, again, we kind of have the utility easement, which keeps it pretty clear. So we're gonna have to go around the back side and make sure there's nothing on the back side in that treed area back there, because I can't get all the way through now with the truck. But over here, it looks like we're pretty good. I don't see anything on the line, so let's go check the other side. While checking the fences, my son was like, hey, it's a dung beetle. Look, his little ball. So I figured might as well document it. Little pests, little bugs fast at work helping break up the manure. Good job, little dung beetle. looks like the line is good. Nothing has fallen on it. There's not even really debris around it, so we look great. I'm happy about that. Less extra chores for today. So the buffalo will be safe here in 5. Again, we're just gonna keep checking their water. Again, the pressure from the whole system should keep it full, but we don't want to just rely on that. So if we have to, we can always move them over to 6. As we head back up to finish up other chores, I just want to get kind of a glimpse of what 5's looking like. Obviously, we still have tons of weeds in here and saplings. However, I mean, from this angle, maybe it's hard to see, there is grass coming back, so that's nice. It's been, I would say, almost 2 weeks since they've been off this pasture, and we've definitely gotten some rain, and I feel like that combination, warm weather, rain, and rest, has really helped this pasture kind of grow back in. Now, it's obviously not super thick, and if we put them on here, it's maybe a day or 2 that they're going to be happy about it, but it's nice to see things growing. We got our chores done. Everyone's looking all right, and the fence line's looking good. So we are still waiting on power, so we'll keep just checking on that and make sure we get them taken care of and that their water stays up. But the storm could have been worse. We're grateful for rain. We just don't want power outages or fence lines down, all sorts of things. So far so good. It is a beautiful day, even if it's a little bit warm. So thanks for watching and keeping up with us. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.